Hello, it's Susannah here. I'm on Copacabana Beach, which is kind of pretty beautiful. I'm actually going to show you it. Look at this. I'm here for the Olympics. I'm seeing my coach compete. That is the Copacabana Palace Hotel. It's pretty gorgeous. Here we go. Look at that. And then back to the beach. Amazing! I keep pinching myself. So and they're just packing down. So Arthur's asked me, he said, you're going on holiday. It's like my fourth holiday this summer and I've got one more to go. So I got to do a little bit of work because fair's fair really, isn't it? And he's like, could you please do some videos? So, okay. So we get asked, and if you have something you want us to do a video on, please tell us and we'll look at doing that for you. We get asked about different aspects of property. So this one is, how do you advertise your property for rent? If you've never done it before, it might be kind of nerve-wracking. So there's hundreds, it's internet all the way. I need to tell you that all of my tenants are working professionals. We very occasionally will take in people who are doing masters, and we never take in students, because I was one, and they're too young. As in, they haven't learned quite how to look after a house, and I definitely don't take DSS. So it might be different for... there's another Brazilian friend. It might be different for the segment that you choose, but for us, we do top-end working professionals. So number one is get your property staged. Yes, you may rent it furnished or you may rent it unfurnished, but whether you do furnished or unfurnished, I would still definitely suggest you put furniture in and then kind of please note this property is being rented unfurnished or whether it's rented furnished. So, but you want to make it look as homey as you possibly can. So in the kitchen, you want to put like bottles of wine, you want to put flowers, you want to put kind of candles, just make it feel like a really nicely staged house. Now, we get a lot of our staging kit from Asda, so nip along to Asda. It's cheap as chips. In fact, usually we find it's cheaper than IKEA actually, and just get your nice staging kit. In the bathroom, because the bathroom can look really boring, get some really funky coloured towels, break it up. You know, again, the same flowers. We tend to move our flowers from place to place to place, and if you ever give me flowers, oh my goodness, they'll be in a property shoot in about 2 seconds flat. So get great photographs, and then I would not suggest, unless you're an amazing photographer, that you do it yourself. We pay about £200 to £300 for a photographer, but guys, we've got those photos for the next 10 years. I mean, that pays for itself straight away. So we get professional photography done. Usually you are landscape, which is along the way, you know, horizontal, with possibly one portrait, but very occasionally you can use one portrait. So don't have a beautiful artistic photographer doing you loads of portrait photos, because you won't be able to use them. How do I know that? Because I've done it, you know. Like most of the things I've learned is because I've kind of done it wrong the first time. And then advertise it on portals. So the ones that we use UPAD, which places it on Rightmove and Rightmove, Zoopla, and loads of other central portals. And then we also use EasyRoommate and Spare Room. So for us, it's the three. And what was interesting is we measure the effectiveness of all of them. So early on, I was thinking, well, UPAD, which is obviously Rightmove and Zoopla and things like that, it's quite expensive compared to the other two. Spare Room, I think I paid £300 for a year, and I can put anything up to, I don't know, 8 or 10 adverts, whereas EasyRoommate is £60 an advert. So, you know, when you've got as many rooms as me, that starts being rather hefty. I was about to cut the advertising spend on UPAD, but I actually measured. I didn't just measure how many respondents do we get, I also measured how many viewings and then how many rooms placed. And what I found was, despite UPAD being more expensive, I get many more rooms placed, because I think the kind of tenants that are my kind of tenants are more likely to go on Rightmove and look for a property than they necessarily are to go onto EasyRoommate or Spare Room. So understand your tenant segment and do a bit of measuring until you're sure which is the most effective. So it's not which is the cheapest advertising portal, it's which is the most effective. So for us, we're on EasyRoommate, Spare Room, and EasyRoommate, and we use Upwork.com or .com, which is a virtual. Well, it's kind of internet-based consultancy work. So we get some really good VAs, virtual assistants, who are in, I love it, in Hyderabad in India, in Sri Lanka, in Bali. And we work with those guys, and actually we've worked with them for years now, and they scrape the tenant numbers and then they put them into texttank.co.uk, and then they text out saying, hi, I saw that you were looking for a room. And that's a very, very proactive way of looking for tenants. They scrape 50 numbers Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and text them out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And they put in the URL. We use bit.ly.com, I think it is, to shorten the Rightmove long email address, to shorten it down. And so basically it comes in a little text, because of course almost everybody's got smart moves, saying, hey, I saw that you were looking for a room, we've got a few available, here's the locations, here's the prices, and then here's the internet link, and they can go straight on to Rightmove or whatever, see the link and see if they want to book. So using smart technology, using outsourced technology, using third-party internet sites, and being very, very proactive. And that's why I shake if I ever have a void, because I'm just allergic to them, because with all that energy and activity, I don't want to have any voids, because you know, I don't want to be a plonker, but like just deciding to come to Rio. Like as soon as he got to Olympus, I was like, I'm coming. There was just no discussion. I'm coming to support you. I could have never done that in my normal day job, and so I'm just incredibly grateful. But for property, but I got to make those properties pay, and that means I got to have those tenants in those rooms paying their rent. So I hope that's useful. A good run through. I'm going to go and enjoy the beach. See you soon. Bye.